Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jacob here. And today we are going to be doing a reaction video to Tanner Fox. Link will be in the description. I'll put a card of his YouTube channel. And yeah, let's get right into it.
Rated mature. Get 2 amazing games for 1 great price.
PlayStation.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is his video where he car crashed. Yeah, this is pretty sad because he broke his leg and stuff like that, but I wanted to react it to for you guys, for your guys' entertainment. So shout out to Tanner Fox.
Yes! Yes!
Dang, he hit 3 million. I'm gonna be a long way from there.
Alright, so hopefully this will be the intro of the next vlog I post. I don't know when I'm gonna make YouTube videos because I think I'm leaving the hospital today, but thank you guys so much for 3 million. I'm gonna announce more of that in the next clip.
Alright guys, so I finally am just now out of the hospital. I don't really know where this vlog is going, but I'm just gonna film. So I just got out of the hospital about an hour ago.
Yep,
I got
he
the
broke
splint
his leg.
on my leg. We're at the car SD wrap place.
Yeah,
they're
and he
actually
cut his
taking my
shin.
GTR apart right now, and then it's gonna start getting wrapped later tonight is when they're starting. Got the car dropped off yesterday. This is my car right now. They got everything taken apart. It's ready to be wrapped. The material is not here yet. By the way, this was not the car in the accident. They're just taking it apart because it's getting wrapped. No hints. I'm not showing anyone what color I'm wrapping it. Also, if I sound really slow, it's because I'm still on pain medication. I don't really know what's going on. So I am going to be coming back here this week and checking in on the car and just kind of watching the process of it being wrapped. I'm not going to show you guys until it's done because it's going to be a very big surprise, but I am so pumped. It's going to be one-of-a-kind color. So not only did I just hit 3 million on YouTube, I think I just hit 1 million on Instagram. Ready? Yes! Oh my god, it looks so good. 1 million and 3 million. That is the perfect day to hit both of those milestones. Oh my. Alright, good morning guys. I'm picking up this video from yesterday when I hit 3 million and I went to go check out my car and I filmed a little bit of that stuff. So I'm finally back at my house. As a lot of you guys know, I was in a car accident on Sunday with 2 of my friends, Maverick and Danny.
3 teens were rushed to the hospital Sunday evening after this car flew off Mountain View Road in Crest, landing on its top. To California Highway Patrol, the teens were driving eastbound when the driver...
Man, that sucks. I cannot imagine being in a car crash. Yeah, that would suck being in a car crash like that. Because the whole car, like, bent. And, like, it fell off. You're going to see it in this video.
lost control on a
I don't
turn
know.
and hit a sign. The speed flipped the car, landing it on...
So I am very, extremely horribly bad at telling stories. This is my 6th time trying to film this video, and I don't know how to explain stories. I'm really bad at telling stories, but I need to tell you guys
He's all
the whole
scratched
background
up,
story
man.
of what happened last Sunday. For all of those who don't know what happened, I was in a car accident with 2 of my friends last Sunday. It was a very bad crash. We drove off a 25-foot cliff, traveled 45 feet onto the bed of a truck upside down. The car went upside down.
Damn.
And believe it or not, the worst thing to come out of it was dislocated and broken leg, which was me. Maverick got a broken nose, a split eyebrow. My friend Danny got staples in his head, and then I split my chin open and broke my leg. So, believe it or not, out of how bad that crash was, I got the worst of it, which was a broken leg. And I'm extremely thankful to be alive right now. So I am going to try to tell you guys the story because I have seen so many YouTube videos already the day after the crash happened, people making up that we were drifting, that we were speeding, that we were reckless driving, just assuming stuff that didn't happen to make me look bad for their own personal benefit, because something like this happened, a lot of people want to know what happened, they're going to search it, see these videos and be like, oh, Tanner was drifting with his friends for a YouTube video and fell off a cliff and almost died. Like, no, that's not what happened. I feel it is appropriate now, I feel good enough, I feel healthy to tell you guys to sit down in front of the camera, and I'm going to do my best to explain my entire story, my day revolving around the crash, and Also, really quick, I want to mention, I just want to say thank you all so much for how much you've supported me over the past 4 or 5 days. This has been pretty much the hardest week of my life with all this going on, and it really hurts me not to film because as my love is my passion, and it hurts not to be able to do it every single day like I normally have been doing for the last year of my life. So thank you all for. No one is permanently seriously injured. Everyone's recovering. So Danny and Maverick are not here today, but I'm going to try my best to tell my side of the story. I know for a fact Danny and Maverick both got concussions and hit their head, so they don't remember the whole crash. I didn't hit my head, so I remember pretty much everything from what I can actually remember. So myself, Maverick, and Danny are extremely lucky to be alive, and personally, I don't know how we are alive for the details of this crash, which I'm about to get into. So now I'm going to try my best to explain the day me and 2 of my friends pretty much almost died. Alright, so afterwards I got some iPhone pictures and videos from my friend who went to the scene of where we crashed, and I got pictures from Maverick of the car after the wreck. So, I don't know how we're alive. We're so blessed and definitely had someone looking over us that night. I thought, when we crashed, I thought we were going, I even told some of the ambulance people, I thought we were going around 65 around a curve, but the car was stuck in like 2nd gear, and I asked Maverick and Danny, and I guess we were going like 35, but when you're sliding into a pole and off a cliff, I guess you don't really like think about actual number. I don't know if that makes any sense. But so story starts Sunday afternoon. We were at Maverick's house. We were all doing nothing all day, and I was like, Maverick, let's go do something.
I have to check my Clash Royale real quick.
Also, so that video will be out after this. But we were vlogging, and afterwards, I didn't have anything to do, and I was so bored. I was like, Maverick, let's go. Like, come on, let's go do something. Maverick's like, no, I'm watching Netflix. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'm just gonna head home and go watch YouTube videos or edit my video. So I got my car, started it. Car was in gear. I was ready to go. Bradley knocks on the door. He's like, hey man, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just going back to my house. He's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go get money from my parents' house and then probably come down to San Diego. Maybe we can go to a jacuzzi or something. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. As we're talking, Maverick comes out with his friend Danny. Danny was also in the incident. Me, Maverick, and Danny were the 3 people. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, why are you just not coming out? I thought you were watching Netflix. He's like, oh, we're going on a canyon run. And I was like, oh, that sounds so fun. I've never done that. Basically, a canyon run is when you're bored and you have nothing to do, so you go drive on a windy road, so it gives you something to do, so it's not driving in a straight line on a busy street. You're bored, so you go drive on a windy road because it gives you something to do, because it's fun to drive on. I was like, oh, that sounds so fun. I've never done that. And the weirdest thing is, from when I said, oh, let me go, I had a weird feeling about that drive. I had just a gut feeling, and I am upset at myself for not following it. But let me remind you guys, if you ever feel something in your gut, follow what your gut's telling you to do. Not like, I don't know how to explain that, but like I'm very bad at being like emotional, but I had a weird feeling about that drive. So we got in the car, went to go get gas. So I remember going up to the stop sign, we're about to turn left, and I looked to Maverick and I go, Maverick, you better not kill me. I only said that to make Maverick think, because I never done this. I don't know how you drive on it. I just never been on this road before. So I didn't know how it was gonna go. Thought to tell Maverick, make him think, like, hey, don't kill me. So maybe he thinks, like, okay, I was going to do something stupid, but now I'm not. Anyways, that was my intention. I just said it kind of jokingly, just, like, I don't know. And after I said that,
This is where everything hit the fan.
I still didn't feel safe about the whole drive thing. I don't know why. It was just this weird feeling that just thought, like, this is a bad idea. You guys.
Yeah, those feelings happen to me sometimes. Like sometimes when like you don't have like a weird feeling about something, and then something happens that's bad. Happened to me once. Alright, back to the video.
I shouldn't be doing this. I just had a weird feeling about it. So after I told Maverick, I did like a little prayer thing. I went like this, just like look over us, you know what I mean? So I'm just telling you guys little signs of like, just because it's my background story about it. But so I kind of did this little prayer thing, and we were driving, having fun, and then when we got to the crash, this is the weirdest thing because I am the only one in the car that didn't hit my head, so I pretty much remember everything with detail. So we're going around this turn. It kind of goes like it's long and it's kind of long. So we were going around this turn, and it was so weird. I also had my feet on the dash. That's why I broke my leg. It was so weird. Now thinking back on it, every day that goes past, it makes it feel like a dream, or like that it was.
Everybody hates when the waiter warns them the fajita skillet is hot. But Arby's fixed the problem with fluffy flatbread, steak, chicken, and not having waiters. Arby's, we have the meats.
Every day that goes past, it makes it feel like a dream, or like that it was far. It gets farther away from being real. But like I remember it in the moment, which is the weirdest part. I remember Maverick goes to brake and jolt the steering wheel, and I don't know what happened. We still don't know the actual cause of the crash. It was reported that we were going about 35 or 40 around the turn, which was the speed limit. So this is just from what I remember. So we go around the turn. Maverick goes to turn the steering wheel, and we don't turn. I don't really know what happened. I talked to Maverick, and he said the steering or the brakes or something went out. Or we still don't know the details of the crash. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't want anything held against me. But so we go around the turn, and I remember we go to turn, use the brakes. Brakes didn't work, or the steering didn't work, or something went wrong. I don't know what. But I look up, and I remember Maverick goes, "Oh shoot," or he said, "Oh crap," or something like that. And everyone was really quiet. No one screamed. No one was freaking out at the time because I think it took a little bit. It was so fast, kind of had to kick in. But when he turned the steering wheel, I looked up. I was expecting the car because we lost traction. We were sliding like this. I was expecting the car to grab traction and then we would keep going straight. And I thought that was like a little thing we messed up on. But once I figured out, we kept sliding because I remember so we're turning, brake here, like that, and I was expecting to go like that, but we went here and then kept turning and then went straight. And once we kept sliding, I looked forward and I saw two poles, and I just kind of closed my eyes. I had my feet on the dash with my knees bent to the side to the window, I think, and I remember looking forward at the poles and closing my eyes, just putting my head down because I was waiting for the impact because I'd never been in a car accident, so I didn't know how gnarly of an impact it was going to be. So I just put my head down like this, and I remember hitting the poles, and as soon as we hit the poles, none of us knew what was after the poles because it was dark. It was pitch black outside, so we didn't know if there was a cliff after. We didn't know if we were going to roll for 100 feet. We didn't know if we were going to hit a house. We didn't know what was after those two poles. So as soon as we hit the poles, I remember feeling the car go airborne, like hydroplane or whatever you want to call it. And at that very moment was the scariest, weirdest feeling for me because at that very moment, I was honestly ready to die, as weird as that sounds. We went off, and I thought, this is it. I'm dead. This is my whole mind was like, my whole body was convinced that this was the end of my life. So we're going up the cliff. I had my eyes closed like this, and I remember as we were falling through the air, or we were crashing, I remember I slowly made myself start passing out, which was, again, like a weird feeling, because I remember this precisely. I remember I started making myself kind of passed out, and I had my eyes closed like this, and I just kind of made my body go numb and like was ready for impact, lights out, you know what I mean? So we were falling, and I closed my eyes were closed, and so I was waiting to die, and I was telling myself, this is it, I'm gonna die, like I was accepting it. And we landed, so the car stopped after banging like 3 or 4 times after falling through the air, and we landed, and I opened my eyes, and still it has not kicked in that this actually just happened. So first instinct, we landed upside down. First instinct, I got out of my seat. As soon as I fell, we were all upside down, so as soon as I fell on the ground, I looked at my foot, and I was like, my foot's broken. That's the first thing I said. I knew my foot was broken. It was pitch black outside. I couldn't see anything. I was trying to find the door, and I found the door handle. Door wouldn't open, so I crawled out the window. And as I was crawling out, I remember Danny going, Tanner, help, I'm bleeding out. Because he cut his hand really bad and the back of his head, so his hand was bleeding really bad. He told me this. So when he would go to check his head like this or something like this, and he'd bring it back, there was a lot of blood. So he thought he was losing blood really, really fast. So I thought Danny was going to die. Let me give you guys a little detail, because now after the crash, my friend went back and found out. So I'm going to play clips. So this is the scene of the whole crash. As you guys can see, I didn't realize how far we went. We skipped over like a little house. We were so close to hitting this like little garage, like tent thing. We landed upside down on the bed of that truck. That yellow sign is the sign we took out at the top of the hill. So we traveled off of like a 25-foot cliff, and the car flew like 45 feet. So, and landed upside down. So the fact that we're alive is loss for words. Also, you can see the skid marks where we started braking, and I remember it completely because I remember we missed our turn in the right lane, and I remember we started braking in the far left lane. So, like I said, we slid off that, and that's the sign we carried all the way to that truck. So that's the gap, so just so you get an idea of how gnarly it actually was. We crashed. I crawled out of the car with my broken leg, and as soon as I got outside, I didn't know where we were. I didn't know if we were by houses or if anyone saw what happened, because I didn't know where the hell we were. So I started yelling for help.
Well, it was so dark we couldn't really see anything, but we could hear them screaming. We could hear them screaming for help.
So I was screaming like, help us, like help me. And hear people, they're like, we're coming, we can't see you, it's too dark, but we're coming. Like people are coming to try to find us. And I remember Maverick in the background going, did this actually just happen? Like, did that actually just happen? Like, he told me he got knocked out at first impact of that sign, so he doesn't remember anything. So Maverick was just catching consciousness and was like, is this actually happening? And then so once I was out of the car, I was fine. I knew I was gonna live, but I was just really, really worried about my friends. So I was like, yeah, there's 2 people in the car. Like, I was just giving them details about them. I was like, my leg's broken, nothing's hurt on my head, kind of getting everything clear. And they're like, how'd you get out of the car? And I was like, I crawled out because everyone thought I flew out. And this is all going down. It's all happening so fast. I never took into consideration, wait, did this actually just happen? So I was on the ground. My leg was throbbing in pain. Like, I couldn't feel my leg. My chest hurt. My chin was bleeding a ton. Like, I'll show you a picture. There was blood all over the airbag from my chin. Maverick was dripping blood on the roof. Danny was dripping blood all over the back seats. So this was all just happening so fast. I never took into consideration until I was out of the car, laying down, and I looked up at it. And so the front of it, so we basically dove. Here's the bed of the truck, I think. I don't know. So here's the truck. We flew off the thing, and I'm pretty sure we landed like this into the truck, because the front hood of the car bent completely in half, and then the rest of the car folded over the hood, so the car was upside down. So the car folded in half 2 feet in front of where I was sitting. For like the slightest second, took in what actually had just happened, and I saw the car folded in half, and I was like, that's when it really hit me, because it's so much going on. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening, or you don't know if this is actually happening. I looked up at the car, and I just thought, how are we alive? And I remember I told the lady, I was like, I prayed before this happened because I had a weird feeling about this night. And then she's just like, you guys are so lucky to be alive. Like, and I looked up and I just started getting really emotional. I started crying, and I was like, I was just crying, and how am I alive? This doesn't make sense. How do we survive this? I can't believe I'm alive. That's the only thing I could say. How are we alive? I seriously could not believe, what had happened and that we were alive. And I mean, I guess that's the whole thing of the crash. My whole story of it. Then the firefighters came, and I was the first one to go because I had already crawled out of the car, and Maverick was trapped in his seat, so they had to cut his seatbelt out and then carry him out. Danny ended up getting out fine. So we all went to the hospital that same night. Everything in between there is just kind of like them helping us and, the normal firefighter stuff. But that was my side of the story. So we went to the hospital. Maverick ended up leaving the first night we were there because he hit his head, and they just told him, you don't have to stay, but you can if you want to. So Maverick ended up going home. I stayed from Sunday 2 or 3 days. I was there for 2 days. Danny, I don't know what happened with Danny. I know everyone's okay, and I know everyone's alive. I'm the only one that got surgery. Danny was going to get surgery on something, but he ended up not. So I just hope that clears up everything. As for the crash, like I said, we weren't drifting. From what I remember, we weren't speeding. No one really thinks we were speeding. The car was stuck in second gear. I don't know what that means. To be honest, none of us really know what was happening. But I just wanted to clear that out. We were not drifting. That is not anything we would ever do. We were not filming. It was just 3 normal teenagers out filling their night, just trying to have fun. I don't know. I just wanted to clear that out because it was a very, very life-threatening. We all should not be here right now. I think we're all blessed, and I don't know how we're all alive from that. So I just wanted to clear up and say we were not drifting, and we weren't going 80 miles an hour around the turn, like what everyone assumes. Obviously, you're going to assume that. And to be honest, none of us really know what the hell happened yet. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But It's been 3.5 days since I uploaded, and I needed to tell you guys this whole story so you guys have it straight from my side of how the crash went down and everything like that. So I hope that explains it. I just want to say thank you all. Thank you to the nurses that helped us. Thank you to the doctors. Thank you to the family that we crashed into your house, into your backyard and landed on your truck. Thank you for helping us. Like, I just really want to say thank you to every person involved in this. Thank you guys for standing by my side and standing behind my friend's sides and supporting us, and all your love comments and everything. It really, if you guys want 3 million merchandise, it just came out on my website. It's limited. If you want to check it out, it's pretty cool. We got tall tees this time. So if you want to check out the 3 million merch, do that. I'm going to go edit this video because I'm going to try to upload this right now. But thanks so much for watching. Peace out. I will see you in my next video.
Disney lights up the home.
Dang, that was pretty sad. But if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, I will put Tanner Fox's end card on the end of this video, and I will put my end card and my last video. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.